a warrior, a survivor, and it's all because of God. She's a teacher and a healer, and it's all because of God. She's sassy, full of fire, with a heart that's made of gold. She will help you build your body, and it's so good for your soul.
Hey guys, and welcome to Life Unleashed with TLC, your host, Traci Lynn Cowan. We have a good one here today. As you can see, the party is about to happen. So I hope you guys are sitting in your seats and you're ready to enjoy the fun. So it's going to be a fun day. I have some great men here today. I'd like to call them my friends and incredible men, businessmen, entrepreneurs, and very successful men. So I wanted them to share with you what they're doing in life today and how they can inspire you and share some knowledge. So I'd like to welcome to the show, Jose Castillo. I know I already screwed that up, but tell me how the last name is pronounced. I always do this.
No, you're fine. Castillo, but
Castillo. Okay, because he said it was a Y, but I didn't do that. And we also have Rigo Perez. I know that's also a very Canadian way of saying the last name. Welcome to the show.
well, thank you.
Yeah, so you guys are doing some incredible things. And I want to talk about life, but I also want to talk about this tequila that we have in front of us. We have some tequila and mezcal. So I want to jump right into it. So who wants to share what we have here and what this brand is all about?
I think we'll both share, but I'll let Rigo, please, because part of the reason I'm involved in this is Rigo's one of the main reasons.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just, the brand itself is obviously gorgeous. I love the bottling and the packaging. I know there is 4 partners in this company. Can you share with us what the name of the company is and what it is?
Yes, we are part of No Limit Spirits.
Okay.
And what we try to do different than other companies with respect of all the distributions and brandings is to bring the community very artisanal, clean, additive-free products. And that's why it matters the most right now to care for everybody's well-being, everybody's comfortability with the product when you try it, and obviously the experience that will make you consume it and drink it again for the next day or the next party you have at home, or the next time you dine out.
Right. I love it because obviously being in the health and wellness industry, and that's very important to me, health. And plus we also want to have some fun and we want to be able to enjoy, this experience. And this is what you've created here. And that's why I love, without the extra additives and preservatives and all that other junk that is going to give you that next morning feeling of that you never want to ever drink again. And so I love that you have this ability to create something like this. And so it's a great brand. I drank a lot of it, I know, and we're also going to drink some more today. So let's talk about, there is one thing that I want to ask, and I've been spreading a rumor because I've told people that tequila is actually not alcohol, it's a drug. Is this way off base or is this correct?
I mean, I guess you can go both ways. Some people will call it a drug, and kind of like if you smoke and things like that. But we don't consider it a drug. I mean, it's something that's native to Mexico in this case. Tequila and mezcal, Oaxaca. It's something that our ancestors would make, and to us, we see it as medicinal. Obviously, if you drink too much of it or anything too much of it is not good for you.
Right.
But we don't consider it a drug.
Right. I just wanted to use that word, and it's a strong word. I mean, because people obviously associate drugs, and I'm not talking about the type of like drugs on the street or anything like that. I mean, is it made? So is it from a plant? Where does it derive from? Where does tequila derive from?
Yes, it's made of agave.
Okay.
It's in Spanish maguey, but tequila will have to be made of blue Weber, which is like what gives you the quality of the tequila and the restrictions and regulations with the consejo.
Okay.
So if you make a different, if you use a different agave, wouldn't be able to name as tequila.
Okay.
Now, mezcal is made of a same same agave, but it would have to be a blue waiver.
Okay.
And from there, with mezcal, most of the mezcals are made from wild raised agaves.
Okay.
That makes it extremely natural.
Okay.
And flavorful.
Yeah. Well, I want to dive into the mezcal later because I know that that's a very different thing. So with the tequila, what's with the different colors? So some are the blanco or the white or the clear, some are more of a yellow tone. What is the difference between that?
Well, the difference, and I think Rigo can elaborate more on the process, but you have the blanco, which is just a straight derived from the, like the blue Weber agave.
Okay.
As you age it, you get the reposado, and then you have the añejo.
Yeah.
And then now something that's kind of trending, has been trending for a while, is cristalino, which is an añejo.
Okay.
But it's clear, not the color.
Okay.
And then you have the extra añejo, which is aged longer.
So does that mean that it's better if it's aged longer necessarily, or?
It all depends on your palate, your taste, what you expect. You related to a very nice whiskey from Scotland, beautiful bourbon from Tennessee. So you will find something that matches the closest pattern to enjoy what you like, to feel alike.
Yeah, that makes sense because everybody's palate and tastes are different. And I know the mezcal is, a very acquired taste as well. And I'm excited to try. So what is the proper way? Is there a proper way to drink it? Like you say too, compared to like a bourbon or a scotch, is it supposed to be on ice, or is it supposed to be with lime or salt? Or, is that just us kind of flavoring it and masking the true beauty of this product?
Well, in the taster way, when we try the new batch, when you try the new production, we go to a different distilleries and we try a new brand. We try collect products. Is the perfect way is obviously straight. So you differ, and you notice, you find, and you compare the notes in the bouquets from the product. From there, if you're thinking of enjoying a product, I think everybody enjoys it different.
Okay.
You probably might have a leaner palate than other people. You might like soda water with your tequila.
Yeah.
You might want to feel something more intense, and you mix it with lime juice, salt, some spice, some jalapenos. That will give it a more intense flavor on it.
I like that. Well, I don't recommend doing my experience. My first experience with tequila was when I was not of age to drink and back in Canada. And I thought it would be a great idea to drink the tequila, and it had the worm in it. And we were all challenging one another. And I drank excessive amount of it, and I also ate the worm, so I was turned off tequila for a very long time, and until the last couple of years. And now I also want to look, kind of bougie when I go to a nice restaurant. Like I know you are serving this in really, well-known restaurants like Javier's. Yes. So I want to look like I know what I'm talking about. So when I go to a nice restaurant like Javier's, what would we necessarily want to order? So the añejo, I just want to look good here, What is the more prestigious? Is there one?
I think there's no prestige for none of the profiles that so far yet exist on tequila.
Okay.
Because it's about what you like.
Yeah.
So
okay.
you might find a white, a blanco, which is like silver tequila. It's very, I would say, clean, lean, and unique. Is artisanal, additive-free, or kosher products. Okay. Which give you not only the standard of the quality of the place, but also the confidence on yourself to enjoy and consume something that is going to be healthy for you and also enjoyable.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Okay. So I'll figure it out. So obviously, clearly, we're going to have to start drinking soon so I can know which ones I like. Okay, so we have agave syrup and we have the agave plant, which makes tequila.
Correct.
How is this all correlate? Because people are like, well, so I'm a little confused on that. How do we get agave syrup, and how do we have the agave plant make such an incredible alcohol like this? And is it considered alcohol?
Because of the volume on the alcohol in itself, it is.
Okay.
But from alcohol, ethanol, there's many. In order for you to be tequila, you will have to surpass a limit that the Consejo let you.
Okay.
Same as bourbons.
Right.
No higher than 55. Same in Mexico and other countries, the percentage, the volume is lower than the U.S. The most you can go in the U.S. is 45.
Okay.
You can do 40. Depends on, that's up to yourself.
Right.
Because of the kind of kick and the touch that you like to give it to your product.
Okay.
It's not a rule that you must have.
Okay. I get it. That was something that we've talked about with friends before, and I was like, I have no idea. So I thought it'd be a good question to ask. And the other thing is, would you like to share how you got involved with this? And I know you have a couple other partners that are not here today. So would you like to talk about that?
Absolutely. I'd like to mention our partners, which is Francisco Michel, who is a native of Jalisco, just like Rigo.
Okay.
They're from Jalisco, where Tequila's from.
Yeah.
Alejandro Calderon, he's Mexico City, just like myself, Mexico City.
Okay.
And just through, I guess, businesses and then through the time you meet people, and I think it happens to everybody, right? When you meet people and you kind of have the same values, same point of views on certain things, so we kind of click on that aspect. And Rigo's always, I think, been involved in somehow with tequila and the spirits. Frank, he's been at least 10 years in the business, I think, if not more. I mean, so he's learned the hard way, so we can learn from him as far as what his experiences have been, because it's it's a difficult industry.
Yeah,
I mean, you have 2,000 plus brands out there,
right.
So who in the right mind is gonna say, I'm gonna start a tequila and just try to sell it? I mean, it's very competitive, highly competitive.
Yeah.
So
but you're breaking barriers, because I mean, I know that these different organizations, events and parties and being in Javier's, I mean, all you guys are making it happen. So
it's a tribute to something that it's good when you have an education school and you learn your marketing, you learn all these things that you learn in school. But I think the school of life, it's a much better school, practical. And I think Rigo and Frank have that. I mean, Rigo's been out there for 20 plus years. Nice. He sees it every day. Yeah. So, having that, it helps quite a bit. Yeah. Because one thing, textbooks or some analysts might tell you this and that, but the market, if you see it day to day, you kind of see what would sell or what can sell. Yeah. And so that helps a lot.
I agree. And I was telling the guys earlier too that I came from the restaurant and hotel industry. So working in, as a sommelier and working with wines and alcohol and things like that, it's, you really need to know your business. So obviously it sounds like that. I want to talk about the work-life balance, but I also want to talk about the relationship between men in business, because we've all heard horror stories out there of people being ripped off by people, having these situations that happen to them. How do you find that you're so successful? I know two of you are only here. How do you find that you're both successful? You both have a smile on your face. I love this.
We both talk, and I'll go first. I mean, I think everybody's in business, have gone through experiences that haven't been so great, where you try to do business with people and things don't work out, and you end up losing somehow, or just two different points of view or way of doing things. So it doesn't mean that one person is bad, or maybe it is, but I think for us, like I said, we think alike in a lot of things, the way we kind of our vision, our values, integrity, all that, we really align that way. So it's actually really easy that way.
Yeah.
But which is very difficult to find.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
having really bad experiences, and I think we can all say that we've had bad experiences.
Yes.
So
Definitely.
when now that we met and kind of thought about, hey, this, you see that you think the same, you want the same, and nobody's trying to outdo the other. Actually, it's a team. We help each other, and we each have our strengths in certain things, and I think we thrive on that because it just makes the team much stronger. So so I think from that respect, it's going great.
I love that, and I'm excited for you to share too, because it's always good to have that perspective, because I know people are out there and entrepreneurs, and we want to take risks and we want to go out there. So I think it is, like you're saying too, Jose, it's a judge of character and having the same alignment and values, core values and morals, and having that level of respect.
And I think one thing I'd like to add is most important in any relationship, if it's marriage or business or anything, trust.
100%.
If you don't have trust, there's nothing.
Right.
And we trust each other. Like trust.
Yeah, that's so true. And so what are your thoughts on that, Rigo?
You got me before the tequila, otherwise I'll be crying.
Should we start drinking then?
That's a very long topic, but I'm going to be very precise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found like a nice brothers, and the 4 brothers that we've been building this. And what I like to express and throw out there is there's so many people that kind of have the potential, have the knowledge, have the money, but what matters the most is they just debating in who they're gonna deal with, and that's it's a big project.
Yeah,
so many projects out there.
Yeah,
I think the world is a nightclub, but so many good ideas that they never put them in action.
Yeah,
and that's what we did. Like, it took a long time.
Yeah,
it took many. I always tell him we're gonna make donuts. We did. He's got this flour. Frank has the water, and I have the fire. And Alex has like the boxing. We do. I always look everything with samples, and they know me. Like, hey, I use sample for everything. But
I love it.
I just think it's just the easiest way to make that happen. And what I want to say doesn't matter how much I express, is to tell the world out there to just do it.
Yeah.
Partnership is always 8 hands more than 2.
8 hands more than 2.
Thousands of millions of ideas, knowledge, behaviors, many good things that he has, and many things that I have, that we can combine and make that stronger. So much better.
That's right.
My skills and his skills, and we all have different skills.
Yeah, true.
And they're all needed.
Yeah, we all bring something different to the table.
All needed.
I love both of that, and it's great to hear opinions from both of you. And you sound like you both have, big, large hearts as well. And I like the compassion and the camaraderie and the friendship and the brotherhood that I feel and see here today too. So, I respect you guys a lot for that. Thank you. Congratulations, because that's really hard to find and hard to do, I think, in a lot of businesses and relationships. So you said just do it. And is that like, because a lot of people are fearful of failing. And so what are your thoughts on failing? Is that an option for you, or were you just like, hey, I'm going to do this, and whatever happens, happens. Jump and the net will appear, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a cliche. I mean, you gotta fail to learn. And everybody, I think, I've heard or read, if you haven't failed, then you really haven't learned. So I think we've all failed on a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I think, your failures kind of bring you learning experiences, and
you do.
And that's just the way of life, I think. And
yeah.
So, but yeah, no, we feed each other, and like I said, we help each other, and like I said, we have the common goal, vision, and I think to us, most important is the relationships that we have and that we build with people. So we don't consider ourselves like typical salespeople.
Yeah.
I think when we've done and got presentations, it doesn't feel like a sales pitch. It's kind of, okay, this is our story. This is what we have. This is why we have it.
Yeah.
And I think people gravitate to that, and they like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I just mentioned, we presented, we've been fortunate that we just got approved as a vendor at SoFi Stadium.
Congratulations.
And, thank you. And then that when we did several presentations, we went several times. I mean, we created a really great bond with the people from SoFi. It's not just, they're a client and we're selling. It's actually a great bond. So, and that's just the way we all are. So it.
Well, that was my experience as well when I met you, Jose. I think I peeked under the window and I was like, "Hi, how are you?" That's a typical Traci move. And then we just started talking, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" I mean, I thought maybe he was just having a party in his office, and then I realized it was actually a brand, part of your business.
Yeah.
And you casually just talked about it, and it was more of an experience, and just, I didn't feel like we were talking any kind of sales or anything like that. I can see how this is so successful, and I will be drinking some of this tomorrow at SoFi Stadium. Just telling you guys now, because I'm going to Jelly Roll concert tomorrow night, and I'm excited. So I think on that note, you know what? I think it's time for us to do some little sampling here. Are you guys good with that?
Well, of course.
Okay, so we got Rigo's the bartender here, and I picked the littler glass just because.
This is a Panchitos Blanco artisanal.
Okay.
So everything you see in the label, the Consejo, which is the CRT, Consejo Regular del Tequila.
The governing body that regulates
the
industry.
So every
thank you.
Everything you see described in the label is trusted and should be trusted. So this is an additional product.
We got Pete's got a glass over there too that I brought for him.
Means just like the closest and the most traditional way to make it natural as much as the artisanal big means.
Okay.
And this, we can talk a little bit about it, has where it's made, it's volcanic water. It's
okay.
So it gives you a different, gives you that different taste that, a lot of times you put salt in margaritas for just kind of give you that taste. Mm-hmm. This really doesn't require salt because of the water.
Okay. So. And is there a proper etiquette to this? And I want to, fit in with the cool kids. So you tell me what I need to do here. Are we doing like a smelling?
I think, like I mentioned before, if you want to taste something considering the quality, first you have to see
smell.
See what it smells like.
Okay.
Try to let the ethanol hit you first, then the flavor. So once your nose and your mouth already and your brain has the ethanol in it, it won't hit as much when you try it.
Okay.
Because you already your brain and yourself is already connected with the alcohol level.
Okay. Yeah.
So it won't hit as much as.
Smells nice.
If you try this every time you go to a restaurant, every time you open a bottle, just same as the wine, same as the bourbon, same as the scotch.
Right.
Cognac, you just connect yourself with the product first.
Okay.
And then your body is ready for it.
Okay.
Your spirit
My mouth's actually watering right now. I don't know if it's ever done this.
Then you try
it. And cheers, you guys. Cheers. Is there another word to say?
Salud.
Salud.
Salud. In Spanish.
That's really smooth.
So in the tequila, the sweetness of the tequila will have to come out from what you said, the agave, the nectar.
Okay.
Which is like, it will have to be sweet, but because of the pineapple sweet, the agave pine is sweet. And the flavors will have to come out from what the process gave you, not what you added to the process.
Okay. So, this is a great...
A silver should never taste like vanilla because there's no vanilla in the pine.
Okay. Yeah.
Have to be.
I'm like tasting a lot of flavor profiles on this. It's very sweet and it's very subtle, and I don't really know what it is that I taste, but it's hitting like every part of my palate and my tongue, and it's like bountiful throughout my whole mouth. And yeah, because I always put the salt and the limes and all the other stuff, so I don't think I've been able to really enjoy something this nice before.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
That's a blanco. Reposado, añejo, extrañejo, cristalino. Will be a different topic because they may depend. The profile will change as many because of the barrel you used, the process you did, and on and on.
okay.
So, but a blanco will have to be just the product, the results of the process, and the notes of the pine.
Okay. Nice. Okay. And is there a way to do it? So let's talk about, we talked before a little bit about this. Is there a process of enjoyment? Is it supposed to be shot? Is it supposed to be sipped? Is it supposed to be, just all your own preference?
I guess it depends on the people, but to me, shots, you don't really get to enjoy it.
Right.
But
I don't agree with that myself, and I definitely do not do
Sometimes your
shots.
body needs a shot.
yeah, sometimes you need a shot just to kind of warm you up or
Well,
something.
I'm pretty sure Pete did a shot over there. How you feeling, Pete?
Yeah, I was just from Cabo last week, so
Oh, he's already primed.
yeah,
Okay.
I was like, oh, and it's just small enough that I let it sit. And
Oh, yeah. But did you have this good of a brand out there? I don't think so.
See, this artisanal. See, there shouldn't be. If it's a blanco, nothing but the agave flavors, agave notes. Obviously, it might change. I have a topic and I have an idea. I have a theory. I mean to say, I'm from Jalisco, and Jalisco is like that in land.
Okay.
So they make tequila in this region, and they make tequila in this region.
Okay.
I scientifically not able to certify that the latitude and the fauna in the region makes a difference on the process.
Okay.
It's just it's only my perspective of the things.
Right.
But sometimes I feel that I'll be able to notice and differ on the notes.
Okay.
because some of the tequilas that are made in this region, like Rigo's saying, taste similar. They made similar process, and the ones made in the other region also taste similar, but they taste different from each.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
And there's even people that there's a conflict, and people, masters say it's true, masters say it's not.
Okay.
So I spoke to many people and many friends and the colleagues, and some of them agree,
Right.
some of them don't.
Right.
But in my opinion, I think it does make a difference.
Okay. I really do like this, and I'm very honest, as Pete knows. So I would probably say
Super lean.
it's so nice. And for people being healthy and health conscious, if you want to talk about, plus not having the hangover the next day, but being able to drink something like this and sip on something like this, we're talking about health and wellness here, and you can enjoy it. So let's talk about that balance, and let's talk about the lifestyle of we talked a little bit before, Jose, about the lifestyle of how you're drinking and enjoying and work-life balance and taking time off. So how does this fit in with that for you?
as we start, when you start a brand or any business, it takes a lot of your time. So you have to balance it, right? But we do work a lot. Rigo works more than anybody that I can think of. He works. I think not too long ago he said, it's been 17 days since I've taken a day off. I got to take a day off a little bit. 17 days. And that's talking about, from 7 a.m. till 1 o'clock in the morning every day. So,
and he's still smiling, and he's super
always
friendly.
So and then you still have to find, time to spend time with the kids and the family. So it's not easy, but you have to find that balance. And we find time to enjoy, and we go out and then we do events too. So the events, we take advantage of that.
Okay,
it's kind of interact
Yeah.
and have
No
fun
work.
too. So
That's
so we
fun.
have to kind of do it that way.
Well, if you need a female chaperone to come with you as your friend,
Yeah.
I would love to
the
join
World
you.
Cup.
So, it's
Yeah,
part of, what we're doing here. So, or a female bodyguard, one of the two.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice job, and what we do obviously is tiring, but it's like so pleasant, enjoyable, like the best. So I was talking to Frank. He like gets emotional, but first time we hit in a sunset, I'd rather skip the name of the place, but we already like our mezcal is the mezcal of the restaurant. For ourselves, being in sunset, shaking hands and knocking doors as a vendor, priceless.
I love that.
Had no
I
words to describe what we felt together.
I love this passion, and this isn't just about tequila and mezcal and this product. This is something bigger, and that's why for me it was so special for me to have you both on the show, because I felt the synergy, and I hadn't even met Rigo yet, just with Jose alone, and so now I'm just feeling it and seeing it firsthand, and what a remarkable and so if anyone's looking for a product, phenomenal product to have at their events, their parties, in their restaurants, in their hotels, you name it. These are the guys that you guys want to connect with. I mean, this is hands down incredible. I'm excited. Let's tap into the mezcal, because this is definitely not my area of expertise at all. I've tried mezcal twice in my life, once recently. And I guess I need to finish this. That would be there. Well, if you force me. Thank you, Rigo. Okay.
It'll be a first for Pete. He hasn't tried mezcal, right?
I know. Okay, we can't, let it hit him too much. He's the operating cameras. I'm just kidding.
Just a little bit, but at least.
No, I'm excited. So, what is mezcal?
Actually, mezcal is your root-based product. All tequilas are mezcals. Mezcal is
okay.
And Rigo can probably discuss better on the process, but the difference, mezcal is cooked underground. That's why you get that smokiness.
Underground or
yes,
on the
underground?
ground? Underground.
Yes.
How do you cook underground? Is that too...
Basically, you make a big thick, you dig it around, and so
Like a
you
pit?
basically brace it with earth. And some secret. Everybody use their own strategy, their own touch, and that's what makes special every product.
Okay.
But mezcal, I heard once that it was a connection with ancestors. Used it as a connection, a spiritual connection. I guess. So, in order for them to transport and connect with the spirit, with gods, they believed in many gods. We all believe in. I believe in one. Everybody believes in another.
Me too.
And they used it as a spiritual ritual connection with them and earth. Because there's a triangle in life that they believe that they belong, them, God, and earth. So it's the triangle that, so they were looking for the moment to connect themselves with it.
Okay.
And mezcal was the process to it.
I love that.
And
how beautiful.
The first time I heard it, and I went home and I tried it, and I was like, "Oh yes, there's something special in it. Something more than there's some like your many sense wake up and give it a spike in many ideas. Your personalities, behaviors might change with not thinking."
Well, now that you put it that way, I mean, I didn't understand that it was that connection, that big of a connection, which is beautiful. And so that smoky flavor is from cooking it basically underneath the earth, basically in the earth.
So you get that smoke.
Yeah.
And,
Wow. It feels like there's blessings in it. It just feels like it's blessed. And I mean, now that you've, explained it that way, I love this. Well, let's go ahead and let's try it. Pete, Did you already drink yours, or are you? Cheers, you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.
Cheers.
See what you think.
Okay, so
So
I'm gonna smell first.
ancestors believed that we all have many personalities in ourselves, and when you drink mezcal, you don't know what personalities come out and show.
Oh, interesting. Really? Okay, well, what personality comes out in Jose when he drinks mezcal?
I don't know.
I drink it every day.
I want Rigo to tell.
I want to explore all mine.
I want Rigo to tell me what personality Jose comes out. All right. Well, I'm excited to see my personality and as well as all of yours. So we're going in with the smelling first.
But I honestly love the emotions that
A little smoky,
make
you
you
know. But there are some mezcals that are really heavy, like really smoky, and some people don't like that.
Yeah, this isn't overpowering like the ones that I've tried before.
And this is just to
It's
let you-
nice.
this is a 45.2.
Okay.
So this is 5.2 more than this.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
geez.
40%. This
See, like,
Wow.
so basically, if you drink a cocktail,
Yeah.
and if you drink a neat for 45.2 and being still gentle to yourself,
Yeah.
means that it's been very natural process.
I love that. Yeah, you definitely don't want to over drink on
Yeah.
something like that for sure. I really like it. It's an interesting flavor to me because I liked smoked old fashions or bourbon before, and then I stopped drinking bourbon a couple years ago. This is nice. It's smooth. It's clean, but it's just got a little bit of a smokiness to it. It's not overpowering. Well, the ones I've tried before in a restaurant before,
There's some are very.
it was just like all I could smell and taste was the like smoked flavor.
Yeah.
So this is really nice. I like it. Pete, what's your first thought?
Yeah, it's got a little bit. I can feel the smoky on. I always like to see how it hits the lips as well, and then how
Yeah.
it sits in my throat. It's good.
Yeah.
Good.
So with this brand, so how many different tequilas and mezcals do we have in the company total?
We have, well, Austero is one of that we're really promoting a lot, but we have a couple other brands,
Okay.
and you know, it's just different profiles, like Rigo mentioned, different market segments, I guess if you want to call it that. You know,
Okay.
some people like this type of profile, some people like different.
Yeah.
Austero, we have it kind of like a premium.
Okay.
Like a premium for people that like the, you know, high quality. They're all quality, but it's just different profile, the way it tastes.
Yeah.
But they're all for us. The utmost importance is the quality of the product.
Okay. And where do we find the product Astero? I said it right.
That right now, we're a
On
couple
our website,
what website you can order it.
Okay.
Postero.com.
A couple online stores that they sell as well.
Okay.
Ramirez Liquor Store, I think. We're trying to get one here in Orange County. Ramirez is in LA.
Okay.
And we've been fortunate that we've been the number one seller for quite some time now.
I love that. We're going to put up the link to the website as well on this episode. And I know obviously you have it in some high-end restaurants and SoFi Stadium. So you guys want to check that out. I know everybody's going to SoFi. And yeah, I mean, this is phenomenal. So what are the other, we have a couple other of the brands like
Mezcal.
Mezcal. Yep.
We
As
have
well.
Cuprieta, Tobalar, and Espadín.
This is Espadín.
Okay.
That's the type of the agave.
Espadín
Okay.
is like the standard, like the most sold mezcal. Cuprieta and Tobalar, different profile. Production smaller.
Okay.
Espadín is the one that most of the places use in order to do cocktailing and
Okay.
high volume because of the production. It's a little faster,
Okay.
not as limited
Right.
as Cuprieta and Tobalar. And also the price changes a little higher because of the existency.
Yeah.
Cuprieta is very rare, so it's really difficult to make a batch of 700 bottles.
Yeah, I bet.
Like the bottle you need to find out there. Why was
Because it's wild agave.
Difficult.
It's not that you grow. It's just wild.
Yeah, that's
So
incredible.
you're limited by what you can find.
Yeah, I guess so. So what's next on the list for you two guys? Because I know this is definitely not your, kind of staying here. I feel like there's more for you guys. Is there? Or you guys have to kill me if you tell me?
No, we got a couple things. But I mean, first of all, is just taking care of the accounts that we have right now and giving them the best service. Because service is also very important to us to be able to provide the service to the clients. And then we have a couple other projects in mind once we have this thing kind of running smoothly that we bring out there. But, it's, like I said, there are, I don't know, 2,000 plus brands out there. And how do we compete with that? But I think some of the plans that we have can definitely we have an impact in the market and then see how it goes. But for right now, we just focus on promoting Austero.
I love that. Okay, so obviously people are going to love this. So how can I, besides the website, how can we get product to them? Can we connect straight to you? We just going to the website? Is that how we're doing it? Or they're coming to me going, Trace, I need this in my life right now. Get me some bottles of this. How else can we get this product
to the website?
them?
I'm trying to get, like I said, in Orange County, a place they can purchase it. We do have it at some supermarkets. We're getting into it there as well. So eventually get it there. Besides the restaurants that we're in.
Okay.
We have a connection with the website.
Okay.
That guides you straight to the liquor store that will be able to provide it to you to your house.
Okay.
Or you can use just ready to pick up, which is being the top seller. Like Jose mentioned, like luckily we've been the top seller in one of the best and the biggest liquor stores in LA.
I love that. Are you allowed to say what it is, or
Ramirez? Yeah, Ramirez.
Yeah,
liquor.
Yeah. You mentioned that. Okay.
They've been so like there's many things they have no price.
Right.
They've been so kind, friendly, gentleman, professional to us, and we've been there for them. They give us opportunity, and we respond to it.
Right.
And we've been the top seller in the whole store.
That's amazing.
And the product speaks for itself.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Yeah. So can people order on the website and get it delivered to them?
Yeah, the website will link you to the shop link. You'll be able to either get online to you, mail to your house, or you can either do a ready to pick up.
Okay.
If you rather want to drive around and just pass by, and they'll have it ready for you.
Okay, I love that. So before we end the show, do you also have social media or anything like that as well?
Yes. So we have Instagram, TikTok, and I think we're obviously the website.
Austero.mezcal.
Okay, and it's spelled AUST.
Yeah.
ERO, so you guys can see it.
Mezcal.
Yep. Okay, perfect. And we will also provide links so we can share with everybody, and then you can talk to me and we can find out. Maybe we can get, me involved so I can get you guys your own product as well. Before we leave, I just would like some words of wisdom from both of you in regards to how to, stay successful and that having a healthy relationship between business, life, work balance. I know you work a lot, and just, for people to reach their goals and be successful. Do you have words of wisdom for people out there?
I'll let him go first.
Throwing Jose under the bus first.
I think something that probably everybody's heard, you just have to continue, you cannot give up. Mm-hmm. Perseverance is probably the key. So you just you gotta continue. You can't give up. Persistence is key.
Yeah.
I like a quote from Babe Ruth, being a big baseball fan. You can never beat somebody that never gives up.
Right.
So just gotta stay on course and don't give up.
When you get to the point of ever feeling like, should I be doing this, or is this like, what is the conversation like in your mind where you're like, no, I got to keep pushing. I got to keep pushing, because not everybody has that. So is there a conversation that you have with yourself where you're like, okay, like this is what it's going to take to get here?
You gotta trust your instinct, your gut instinct. If your gut instinct tells you, yes, this is the right way, you continue. Or a lot of times you have to pivot and change certain things. The business or whatever you're trying to do, it will tell you, and you gotta make those changes. So just go with your instinct.
Yeah,
that's something that works. But sometimes we don't go with our instinct. Sometimes our head tries to change that, and I think that's where we go wrong. But I think we trust our instinct.
Yeah, I like that, doing the pivot as well, because a lot of us, in my coaching business as well, I tell people, if you're in this like stuck, system, and you're like going, I can't get my way out of this. So make a change your state, whether you have a nap, whether you go for a walk, whether you just change your state and come back to it later, because you can't think your way out of a situation that's not working.
Right.
So, all right, Rigo, what do you think in that regard as well?
Well, I personally, myself, my worst enemy is discipline. Like I consider myself smart. I consider myself clever. I consider myself capable. But my discipline is what I need someone to drive. Okay. And Jose is the most disciplined person I ever met. and we combine together. I'm not saying I'm smarter than Jose, but we combine ideas and we match them to like so perfect. Frank and Alex, we make just a perfect team. But one thing in life, since I was little, I was one of the best students when I was in elementary. Mm-hmm. And I said to myself, every place I go, everything I do, I need to be nothing but the best. So every job I've had, every position I've had, I was a general manager for a restaurant when I was 18 years old.
Wow. Yeah, I had the same experience too. And I
was very focused and professional.
Yeah.
Very professional.
And don't you agree too? Yeah, and dedication too. Don't you agree as well that do everything to the best of your ability? I think that's where a lot of us are lacking, unfortunately, in life right now. It's like do everything enthusiastically, whether you're, a janitor, whether you're working in a grocery store, whether you're the mailman, just love what you do, and the people you come across, you're going to make an impact on everybody that you meet. And, things are going to be so much better for you.
No, I mean, I agree. And to add to that, I mean, you wake up, regardless of your situation or whatever, you have to wake up grateful. And you also have to have the mindset of, hey, I already have this. Your energy is very important. So you gotta know that you're destined to what you're gonna do, and you gotta keep a positive mindset all the time.
I didn't thinking of like the topic of the product. Sitting with Jose and the team many times in many conversations, always go back to the same topic: is how we're gonna compete with the many vendors out there, with the many brands, with the many distributors. And it's not a competition, but what matters at the end is that you have to have a spike. You have to be smart enough, clever. You have to do something beyond. And what we've done is, we don't do the donut till we find the perfect match with the product. Me as a vendor, I have to have the connection with the product. I have to enjoy the quality. I have to be okay with the logistics. Yeah. And when we had everything together, we waited long enough, but I know we can conquer out there, and we at least have been on the top for right now. But I know we can reach and be nothing but the best out there.
Yeah, that's very important to be able to connect with it. We're not going out there and just selling something. We actually have a connection to the product. You have your heart and your soul into it, and then you have great people that are, working with you. that are just, creating an experience. And this is an experience.
Right. And to add, like I said, quality product. It's not just about, anybody can go get a tequila and try to sell it. And celebrities do it a lot and stuff, but it doesn't mean it's a good product. I mean,
it does not. I will clarify that.
Just because it has somebody's name doesn't mean, hey, it's good. No, it's a lot behind it. So,
for sure. Well, I want to thank you both so much. And, you've done and created something so magical here, and I'm excited to be part of what you're doing. And I wanted you to come on the show today so that we could share it with the rest of the world. So for you guys to check out the website and see and taste and feel and experience what we're experiencing here, definitely make sure you go out and get your products. And you've got the store out in LA. We've got the website. You can reach out to me and see how we can connect you. If you're in SoFi, if you're at Javier's, wherever you are, make sure that you're, trying this because it's phenomenal. I have a little gift for you today too. And so I only have one, but this is my new candles that they're all essential oils and they're made by soy. So you can smell it. It's very nice. And it's just a little token of my appreciation for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
And I hope that you will be back, and I hope you'll bring more bottles.
Yeah, we'll bring our our new bottle that's coming in next week.
Okay.
Then,
perfect.
So the one's actually being sold at SoFi. So next time maybe we'll bring that. So.
Fantastic. I'm going to take a picture tomorrow. I'm going to be like, give me that bottle at SoFi. I'll be like taking a selfie. And so thanks, you guys. So we'll definitely have you back, and I look forward to it. And you guys keep killing it, keep crushing it in an incredible way, and keep moving forward. And I'm so glad that you're persistent and discipline and learning from each other. And this is just such a beautiful experience of brotherhood here. I've been blessed to have you on the show today. So
thank you.
We have to mutual.
Thank you so much. You guys, we're here every week on Life Unleashed with TLC. You can find us on all the major platforms, iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube, everything. So make sure that you check us out, and make sure that you're getting this product in your hands, in your palate, and enjoying and telling all your friends and family about it. Thanks again to Jose and Rigo for coming on the show today, and Estero. We will see you next time, you guys. Have a blessed day. Be happy, be well, and stay healthy and vibrant. We'll see you again. Bye for now.
She's a warrior, a survivor, and it's all because of God. She's a teacher and a healer, and it's all because of God. She's sassy, full of fire, with a heart that's made of gold. She will help you build your body, and it's so good for your soul.